Whoa, I haven't done one of these in a long time. You are going to want to stick around. It is super exciting. You're going to want to see what we find.
Let's get after it.
So welcome in if you're new to the channel. My name is Sweet Phil, and right here today is a video series that I haven't done in a while, but it is super fun. It's when I actually extend an invite out and challenge fellow content creators here on YouTube to do a magic find battle. Now, what exactly does this mean? Well, we agree on a certain parameter of rules, and then we go ahead and get out and magic find, and we see what we get. And then what you all do is decide who actually wins. You head down in the comment section of both videos, let us know who won, who lost, and why you think they won, what items you think really won it for them. Now, for this particular magic find battle, I extended the invite out to the Iceman. So for this particular magic find battle, in order to bring you the newest and freshest content, we decided to go ahead and do these magic find runs on the actual 2.4 PTR, so we can use new skills, we can farm new areas. Now, as for the rules of what we agreed on, you can use any types of build you want. You can switch from this build to that build. You can go farm this area, you can go farm that area. There's not a specific build you need to stick to. There's not a specific area. You can pretty much go anywhere you want in this new 2.4 PTR. We're also doing this online, but it is just us in the game, so it's just players one difficulty. And like I said, the magic find is going to vary based upon what we decide to do with our builds. So this is going to be real fun. Don't forget, head down in the comment section of both videos and let us know who won. And there's going to be a link to his video right down in the description. So I'm doing a Hydra Fireball Sorceress. We'll take a quick look at the gear. Oculus, Shaco, Spirit. We got Mara's up here. I actually have on the Enigma. It's just such a good armor, even though I don't need that teleport. We got the Alder's Boots, Raven Frost. We've got Arachnid's Mesh and SOJ, and Mage Fist Light Gauntlets, and a bunch of these all-res charms down here. And they only give you one skiller. I didn't feel like having to, dupe up a bunch of those for the PTR here. But over on Mercenary Act 2, we've got the Infinity, we've got Fortitude, and Andariel's Visage. Pretty standard setup right there. Now over on the skill tree here, obviously Warmth, you got to get that mana regen, but we're coming down also to Hydra. This is a skill that we use a ton here. And then it synergizes with Fireball and Firebolt. Obviously going to want to max those out. And then I dump the rest of the points into Meteor to boost up the Fireball, because we use Fireball quite a bit. And we also maxed out down here Fire Mastery. If you didn't really want to boost up Fireball that much, you could save points over here on the left, not getting down to Meteor, and put them somewhere else, maybe dual spec or something like that if you were like Hydra, or maybe if you went something like that, but, or you can put them up there into Warmth if you feel like it. Looking over at Lightning, we've got Telekinesis, Teleport, and Static, of course, and once again, of course, Frozen Armor over here. Get the first good drop kicked off at just 5 minutes in here from Andariel. And we actually get, of course, it's a set amulet, so it's Tal Rasha's Adjudication. Nice way to start off this video. Now for the second one, we're 20 minutes in, and now we're at Mephisto because I was running Andariel. Mephisto, we were going to the Stony Tombs. We were hitting up Eldritch and Shank and Thresh Shotgun and Pindle. That was pretty much the run I was doing, but here we get Laying of Hands. Now we're 30 minutes in here, and once again taking out Andariel, and we get a unique amulet and heavy belt. The heavy belt's of course gold wrap. Unfortunately, the amulet's just Mahim Oak Curio, but gold wrap's always good to get some magic find there. Now we're here at a different location, Eldritch and Shank here, 52 minutes in, finally getting something good out from here. It's not exactly a high rune, but it is the lowest rune I usually note in these types of videos. It is a mid rune, and that is a Lem. Now once again back at Andariel, 1 hour in, and we get some unique greater talents, a great budget option for assassins obviously. This is Bartuk's Cutthroat. Once again here, Andariel's giving us some good stuff. We get some unique war boots here, and also a Fal rune drops off of some random monster up over here. But those unique war boots are of course Gore Riders, and a Fall rune, nothing crazy, but you always rather find a Fall rune than not find one, am I right? Over and over and over again, Andariel giving us some more good items. Here we got some unique ceremonial javelins, the absolute best in my opinion for those Javazans, and that is Titan's Revenge. Hour and a half in, and seeing the only lady we ever see here, that is Andariel, and we'll keep it rolling for those Javazans right here. We get Thunder God's Vigor. Now an hour and 45 minutes in, and it's actually the first thing I found in this new level 85 area that I'm trying to farm down here, and that's a unique bone knife, which is going to be the Whiz Spike. Now this is supposed to be an 85 area now where you can find any item in the game, but unfortunately I didn't have luck going my way this time, but here's a Whiz Spike. Now we're hopping back to our lovely lady Andariel over here, and we get a unique amulet. And it's nothing too insane because it's just Andariel, but it is a rising sun. Now halfway through, I decided to switch over to a summon Necro. We'll go ahead and go over the gear. We got Hoto, we got Shaco, we got Spirit, we got Mara's, Enigma, obviously for the teleport, a must. Sandstorm Trex, we got an FCR ring, Arachnus Mesh, an SOJ, and Mage Fist because they don't have Trangs here on the PTR and I haven't found any. CTA and a Spirit, of course. And the same thing as before, just a couple of skillers that they kind of give you in PTR and a whole bunch of these all res chimes because I just took them off of all the other characters to get my resistances up to where we needed them. Now, I found this 6-socketed superior great poleaxe, so I plugged in a Breath of the Dying to really put out a bunch of damage there for my Act 2 mercenary, and then Fortitude and the G-Face for the crushing blow. Now as for the skills, this is a summon Necro, so we're going Raise Skeleton and Skeleton Mastery, of course. And we come down here, I used Iron Golem because I have an Iron Golem with an Insight for that Meditation Aura. 1 point in the Summon Res, and then any points I had left over I put in the Golem Mastery because you do not want that Insight Golem to die ever on you. So Corpse Explosion, obviously max that out because it's so nasty. And then Bone Armor just to save your life once in a while. Max out Amp Damage to get as much radius on that as possible, save yourself some time. Right there is my pretty little Insight Iron Golem, gotta have it. Now I've been running around with this for a half hour already, 2.5 hours into the entire video. And I've been running cows and then the Chaos Sanctuary is kind of what I'm doing with this Necromancer, but we get Bloodraven's Charge, a rare item, not as useful. Now 2 hours and 50 minutes, I'm going to get the leg to do the cow runs. Rakanishu drops a rare ring. I go ahead and identify it and, oh, not GG, not a 10-point ring or not a 1,000-point ring, not a 6.5-point ring, whatever. It's not bad though, and here on the PTR they don't give you a lot of options, so I go ahead and hey, I'll just go ahead and throw this one on. It's probably better than the one I got. Roughly the same really, but not a bad ring. Now I finally get something from the cows here. 2 hours and 53 minutes in, and that's a set item. These are Brambled Mitts, and these, once I get around to IDing them, you can see they are Lying of Hands, one of the go-tos for any melee characters here in Diablo 2 Resurrected. Once again in the cows, 3 hours and 12 minutes into the entire video, so there's only like 48 minutes left, but I get a reasonable Grand Charm here, not a skiller, but 15 to all res with 18 to life, not too shabby. Now just a few minutes later, once again in the cows, and we get another set item. These are War Boots. They are going to be for the Immortal King set, and these are the Immortal King's Pillar. So we were running the Chaos Sanctuary, but here we are once again in cows, and we get another piece for the Immortal King set. That is this Set Avenger Guard, Immortal King's Will. Now somehow this dropped and I didn't notice it at first, but there's a unique cask over here, and this is the Steel Skull, a good budget option for any melee characters here for Diablo 2. 3 hours and 36 minutes left, so it's coming down to crunch time. Hopefully I get lucky here at the end, right? We get a kind of crazy rare claw here. I don't know about if this would really have any value, probably not, but when I eventually ID it, it has over 300% enhanced damage, so 335, but it's just the lower version of this claw right here. So why don't we go ahead and upgrade it and see what we get out of it. So let's go ahead and throw this stuff in the cube, and it'll jump from 67 on the max damage up to 162. Why don't we go ahead and up it one more time and see what we get. So 162, go ahead and upgrade that, and it goes all the way up to 232. So probably not as good as the GG rune words, but I love finding kind of really rare items. So I got some pretty decent drops, nothing crazy insane, but I'm super excited to see what the Iceman ends up finding in his Magic Find run. So hey, don't forget, like I said, in the description there's a link to his video. Make sure you check it out and comment on both videos who you think won, who you think lost, and why. Peace out, YouTube, and don't forget,
Keep slaying. Whoa.